my name's Laura Jurd. I'm a trumpet player and composer, and I'm based in London in the UK. Well, I grew up with a piano in the house and started having piano lessons quite early on when I was about 5. I think my parents recognised I was probably quite into it because I used to play the piano a lot when I was really little.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I've sort of been loved music since then, and I picked up the trumpet in primary school.
Right.
And yeah, from then on I started getting into improvising. A couple of my teachers recognised that I may well be really interested in jazz and improvised music, so just started to explore more and more as I was growing up in different youth bands as well.
Okay.
In my local area. I grew up in Hampshire.
Right.
So yeah, and as the more I learned, the more I wanted to learn, and it just sort of grew from there.
Okay.
Really.
Do you remember?
Well, one of the first jazz albums I can remember buying, without realising the weight of the thing, I bought Kind of Blue by Miles Davis. Not knowing its significance in terms of jazz, and I just picked it up. A record store, some people were talking about Miles Davis, you know, I thought I'd check out some of his stuff, and I bought a record, and yeah, I absolutely loved it. And then from then on I, bought more and more Miles records, and then started to buy records by other jazz musicians as well, and yeah, I think just asked lots of people questions and found out what to check out and that sort of thing.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
How do you get into composition?
in terms of composing, I think I've always enjoyed making things up, and as I say, even from a little child I would improvise at the piano. And then I probably started composing in a more formal way as I sort of approached the end of secondary school and went into sixth form. Had a fantastic composing teacher at sixth form who got me writing all different sorts of things for different types of instruments. And I've also actually, throughout secondary school, I developed a great interest in classical music, so was very interested by lots of the great classical composers. And yeah, I think sort of my latter teenage years really just got stuck into writing music and finding out more stuff, The scene today? Well, certainly the scene in the UK, I think there's lots of great new music going on by bands sort of across the generations as well. There's lots of great younger bands and bands by some guys that have been on the scene a little bit longer, and I think it's pretty exciting, the amount of original music and the variety of music that is going on amongst the sort of jazz scene, jazz and improvised music scene in the UK. Yeah, I think it's very exciting to be a part of it, and there's loads of really fantastic creative improvisers around at the moment, so it's really exciting to get to play with lots of different people. And in 5 years' time, I guess I would like to be continuing what I'm doing, writing more music, playing with people I love playing with. In whatever form I'm doing that, I think I'll be very happy. So.
Okay.
Yeah, my next sort of big project, I recorded my first album in 2012, and I'm now working on my second record, which is, well, last year I was commissioned by the London Jazz Festival to write a series of songs, which I'm going to be recording this summer with a vocalist called Laura Jurd, fantastic Irish vocalist who lives in London now. Yeah, and on that record lots of great players. There's Chris Batchelor on trumpet, fantastic trombonist called Colin O'Hara, and a bass saxophonist called Mick Foster, which is so I'm excited to work with bass saxophone, actually be really great. And then Corey Dick, who I always play with on drums, and Alex Roth on guitar. So yeah, really excited to have written some new music for that band, and looking forward to recording some songs actually. It would be a really nice thing. Yeah, Well, like my quartet, who I've been playing with this evening, I met, yeah, pretty much through Trinity Laban Conservatoire of Music and Dance. That's what it's now called.
Okay.
That's where I studied, and I met most of them there. I knew Connor actually from before. We happened to come from a similar area, and we went to sixth form together. But the others I met in London when I moved to go to music college. Yeah, and sort of been playing with them ever since I first met them, so it's been really nice to meet people I love playing with, you know. My name is Laura Jurd and you're watching Leicester Jazz House TV.